Alright, my place is an ungodly mess, and recovering from the Saguaro meetup, I figured now's a good time as any to check out this stack of boxes from Wuque Studios. For being one of the most sought-after entry-level boards back in 2022, and one that needs no introduction, we have the Zoom 65 V2, and there's a handful of nice updates compared to the V1, and shout out to Vinny's and Ferb for letting me borrow his for illustration purposes. He is planning on giving this unit away, so check him out. Working hours in for the new changes, there's 4 new colorways to choose from. The top case has been extended, so it's a true seamless side profile. The bottom plate is now similar to the Zoom TKL with that gradient glass piece that's also interchangeable for stainless steel or carbon fiber. The PCB, while still having an insane amount of flex cuts, is now daughterboarded with Perky Rgb Lighting. There's some internal case changes for adopting the daughterboard, and finally the mounting now utilizes the same gasket sleeves we've seen before. Aesthetically, I'm a fan of the Zoom, and specifically the new bottom glass plate. It's not super distracting, and I like how it fills up what normally would be empty space in this region, plus it's another point of customization for you. The finishing on the Zoom is similar to the TKL with their nano coating, where it's a slightly rougher to the touch than traditional ano. The interior, on the other hand, is finished in a spray coating, which is even rougher, and if I remember correctly, this heavily bowed stainless steel weight is an additional cost, but we'll see if it plays a factor in the overall sound profile. For the time being, I'll take it out so we can get it built up with the CF plate, all the foam minus the PE foam, included sabs, WS blue linears, and the Wuque PBT black and white keycaps. Hot take before even building this board, I have a strong inclination that it's going to sound quite airy and flat because of the flex cuts, but comfortable to type on because of them. I would love to see a V3 PCB without flex cuts, like keep the 1.2mm, keep the same mounting. I doubt most people will complain about the reduced flex on a softer plate. I personally don't think the pros of flex cuts outweigh the cons of sacrificing the board's characteristics, so let's just leave them back in 2022. Cool? Alright, let's move on. And remember to hold off on installing these outer switches so that the top case can clear them. Do as I say, not as I do. So with the board entirely foamed up, it does very much sound like foam, and it's pretty muted, which I kind of expected, but on the bright side there's no weird rattling, hollowness, or case ping, and the gasket sleeve mounting with the CF plate is actually quite nice. I like how it feels a lot. Build experience wise, it's very straightforward, but my only gripe is the case foam. It's super sticky, and you have to be really careful when removing it from the backing since I did rip it in a few spots. Sound wise, granted I haven't built the V1 since Vinius is planning on giving this one away, the V2, it's objectively not bad. It's still somewhat muted, and I don't think the flex cuts are particularly doing the acoustics justice. And while I'm not a fan of stuffing Wuque boards with foam, at least from my experience with the Zoom TKL, I'm just going to start taking the foam out one by one, and we'll see if we can pull some more character out of the board. So I've had the opportunity to try a couple configs, and I finished the rest of this ideation video with the Zoom, and I have a couple thoughts. I personally didn't notice a huge difference with or without the stainless steel insert. I think the alphas sounded a little bit more full without it. The volume knob is a bit short for my taste. I keep hitting home, but this could just be like a skill issue. Personally, I like the case foam paired with the battery foam, as although the board is still a little bit quiet, it's a config I like the most without the board sounding overly deep. And I know, it sounds like I'm kind of bashing on this board a lot, but at a starting price point of $179 and in 2023, I still think this is a great price to value for an entry-level keyboard. It's a comfortable, easy on the wall, and objectively alright sounding keyboard. The only real gripe I have with it is the foam and flex cuts. Yes, you can tape the latter, but that's beside the point. Other than that, it's an aesthetically beautiful keyboard. I love my rotary encoders, and this board comes Bluetooth capable out of the box, which is awesome if I used Bluetooth. And especially looking at it from the viewpoint of someone who's interested in getting in the hobby, I personally think the Zoom is a solid addition to the entry-level space. There's a crap ton of options you can choose from for colors, weights, knobs, back pieces, etc. It's at a palatable price point, and I don't think you'd be disappointed with what Wuque and Millichix have provided. The group buy for this board will start in late January, and I'll have the product page listed in the description. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Take care, and have a good one.